Welcome to Time Slice, where we cut through time one day at a time. Today is August 2nd, and it's packed with declarations, uprisings, scientific breakthroughs, and one very famous rabbit hole. Let's slice into it. It's true that July 4th gets all the fireworks, but it wasn't until August 2nd, 1776, that most of the 56 signers actually sat down and signed the US Declaration of Independence. Think of it as the day the bold idea became real ink on parchment. That moment turned rebellion into revolution, and history never looked back. Hey skydivers, this one's for you. On this day in 1819, the very first ever parachute jump in the United States took place. It wasn't exactly Red Bull stunt level, but it did pave the way for everything from military drops to thrill-seeking free falls. One small jump for man, one giant fall for mankind. Today in 1865, the world met a girl who tumbled down a rabbit hole and landed in literary immortality. Lewis Carroll released Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, blending logic, nonsense, and imagination in a way no one had ever seen. It wasn't just a children's book, it was a surreal mirror of real-world absurdity, and it still fascinates readers today. In New York City, Marcus Garvey stood before a massive crowd and laid out his bold dream: a united Africa, a homeland for the African diaspora. His Back to Africa speech on this day in 1920 sparked pride, controversy, and a movement that influenced generations. Love him or challenge him, you can't ignore him. In a quiet lab, physicist Carl David Anderson photographed something wild: the positron, the first antimatter particle ever detected. This wasn't just science fiction anymore. It earned him a Nobel Prize and changed the way we think about matter, energy, and the universe itself. Positrons opened the door. Now the multiverse is everywhere. Do you have a favorite book or movie? On this day in 1934, Adolf Hitler took on a new role: Commander-in-Chief of the German Armed Forces. This promotion gave him total control of Germany's military and pushed the world one step closer to war. It was a terrifying consolidation of power. History would pay the price. Today, in 1940, General Charles de Gaulle was sentenced to death in absentia by the Nazi-aligned Vichy government. His crime? Resisting. Instead of falling, he rose, becoming the face of the French resistance and later President of France. Proof that being written off isn't always the end. In the nightmare of the Holocaust, few moments of rebellion broke through, but on August 2nd, 1943, prisoners at Treblinka concentration camp launched a daring uprising. Many died, some escaped. Their act of resistance against all odds remains one of the boldest in Holocaust history: courage in the face of horror. And in 1990, the world watched as Saddam Hussein's Iraq invaded Kuwait. The move set off alarm bells globally, triggering the Persian Gulf War, oil, power, politics, and a region that's never really stopped shaking ever since. Let's celebrate some luminous lives born today. James Baldwin, 1924, American author and civil rights activist whose voice still challenges and inspires. Peter O'Toole, 1932, Irish actor with unforgettable roles, especially in Lawrence of Arabia. Wes Craven, 1938, master of horror who gave us Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream. Isabel Allende, 1942, Chilean-American author whose magical realism gave a voice to Latin America. Mary Louise Parker, 1964, Emmy and Tony-winning actress known for Weeds and more. We also remember some influential lives lost on this date. Alexander Graham Bell, 1922, the man who gave us the telephone. Warren G. Harding, 1923, 29th President of the United States who died in office. Fela Kuti, 1997, Nigerian Afrobeat legend, activist, and global music icon. Ahmed Zewail, 2016, Egyptian-American chemist and Nobel laureate. On this day in 1968, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, future 14th President of the Philippines, married José Miguel Arroyo, a lawyer and key political partner. And that's your slice of August 2nd. From falling through rabbit holes to rising against oppression, from discovering antimatter to challenging dictators. This day proves that history moves in leaps, rebellions, and revolutions. What moment surprised you the most? Let us know down in the comments. Hit that like button if you learned something new. Also, subscribe and follow TimeSlice, where every day tells a story. See you tomorrow!